still trying to hold the center here as they're going to have to back off. Falcons getting involved as well. Oh! From Snakers will find two!
That paid dividends for Snakers. They're going to find Stella, and they've got one left here. Julian going to hide in the smoke for as long as he can. Kill Yakai, just letting him know he's got plenty of bullets to spare.
Yeah, and speaking of hedging your bets, as you called it, they were probably going to stick around. Why not? You know that team's weak. You know they're half up. As Tiggleton's going to finish off the expendables, and they will be the unfortunate ones to be the first to fall.
90, man. That is a job well done there by Huang. And even though he will get knocked for it, Ziyu and Vaughn kind of try to make the run, try to make the most of it here before the rest of Gen G can consolidate. It looks like they're going to go for the res as Gen G immediately picking up that P90.
P90 is, AK though, ZYU bringing it back. He's going to find a knock here. Still two members up for TDT. Is Gen G now taking shots from the back.
They're Ton 5. They were looking. They knew who it was. They saw it in the kill feed. And yeah, you can see they're outside of zone, so this fight is going to have to finish quickly. But Rex, the last guy alive here. Oh, what a grenade from Rex. Big stuff here from Gen G is now, Patapong. He had the angle, and no, the last shot going to be from Rossetted. So great. Fortunately, Beck's getting caught out in a bad spot, and now Twisted Mind's getting pushed in here by Eternal Fire, and they are eternally on fire. As Code, Marco, and Ruin going to go down to the Molotov from Example.
Again, Twisted Minds just continuing to make sure everyone knows they're not one to be trifled with here. Is in the distance, Sparking actually falling to Thanadol, but Example now looking for the knock that he just had, realizing they probably got that res up. Nade's gonna fly by, still flying. First spray is good, second spray, he prones, but he still gets it.
Oh my God. He was still peeking with 1 HP. And look at the kill feed. What is happening?
They didn't necessarily have to engage or get sandwiched like we were potentially worried.
Yeah, they're just holding strong right now. They're waiting for somebody to push into them. They've liked the spot that they're in. Let's not push out of it. As Sonics, well, they try to avoid Twisted Minds, but Twisted Minds going to push right into New Happy. Ming Ming going to be first to win it. Example will trade it back. It's down to one from each team. A 1v1, Nan versus Lou, and Lou has no HP remaining.
This grenade could be everything here, and nope, it lands a little short. Lou still trying to survive, and meanwhile, Day Trade has taken care of the Sonics as this fight is now just barely coming to its conclusion. Day Trade with all the advantage. Nan is going to step through, and he's going to finish Twisted Minds.
And Day Trade has to be looking at the kill feed. They know that New Happy is broken, battered, injured, and Day Trade has desperately needed a game like this to get them back into international competition. As said, coming into this, they have failed to make a grand final at each PGS this year, but coming in now with 10 kills and hopefully a win here as New Happy does manage to get one back on their feet. But Day Trade, don't throw it now. You've got a lot of work left to do.
And an opportunity like this is so rare. Two members down, Day Trade still 4 alive. A knock will go out. Belmoth will find Ming Ming and Xiao Zi. Can they just finish it off? They do. Day Trade with a beautiful start to PGS6.
Once again for match number 2, and we are headed back to those same grassy paths. That fight here is New Happy getting a little bit close to Day Trade. He's got the Panzer in hand, and that is an easy kill there. Belmoth going to go down, and our game 1 winners lose one early.
And we asked the question. I mean, it is just one member, but still, this is not the start they would have wanted, especially after such an explosive win here. Is probably going to be rotating in towards the southwest side, and now this fight needs to happen as quickly as possible. That's going to be a knock. Flash is going to find Ming Ming.
Yeah, look at this. You see Tiggleton actually kind of creeping a little bit close down there. Might have heard the gunshots. We'll see if they come over here in third party onto this, as Ming Ming not going to be able to get flushed. Nan will hit that res. There were also a number, you could see when we saw the map pop, there's 2 E pickups in the air. I don't know if anybody actually took those just yet. As Thanadol will spot out Chow. And now Day Trade fighting back here as they will get the knock and the flush. So another point picked up for Day as they are back on their feet here. 3 up, and now Ming Ming gonna get spotted again. So Day Trade being the aggressors here. They got a little bit of a non just immediately turning them back. Never mind, AZ gonna shut them down, and they should be able to get that res back on Ming Ming.
Yeah, and it looked like they were in a bit of trouble there as we saw Xiao get off on the southwestern edge. So pretty much controlling that, making sure no other teams can get in. Alo's going to take some damage there. He's going to knock down to half Sparking as well. And oh, Fluky, no! He gets hit by his own vehicle, but still the damage has been done to TSM. Alo is actually going to get flushed out completely, and they're at on 5, taking an early fight with the advantage here against TSM.
Yeah, TSM kind of getting caught out in a bad spot there. 2-2 split between the J compound and Volcano, and unfortunately,
being as small as it is in the circle just on that southern edge, but they're gonna be in a lot of trouble as Delwyn's the first one to fall, and now you see Twisted Mind starting to get active as they've realized that that is probably going to be the next position for them to play once they get rid of the expendables.
That was the problem for TE though, is that they made themselves, they went loud to take the fight over towards Twisted, and it drew the attention of Falcons. And so they came over, took some damage. Expendables down to 2. The smoke cloud will be laid down, but Twisted Mind's not going to give him time. Perfectix will find another knock. Lou's going to go down. Batu's going to go down as well. TE will get finished off, but Example and Perfectix have work to do as Gen G have left the compound. They're coming down south. They want to clean
out looking for the kills. He's going to find some damage there. Lots of pains, but he doesn't get the knock. But that is going to be the alarm that Ascend is now in a sandwich.
Absolutely, and yep, it's Chris going to get spotted out by Ranger. Pains will find Rello, but he's going to get traded out by Rossetted. Now Rossetted, these T5 guys coming alive at the perfect time, and unfortunately for Ascend, they get taken advantage of by the split. 10 kills for T5 as they are on the team. So they have time to kind of slow this thing down a little bit. They have time to smoke off Falcons and force them to play out. And immediately a trade going to come through as Flood's going to go down. Rello will trade out Adder, but Falcons down to just 2 as looks like Gen G might actually be able to get Adder back on his feet here.
Yeah, but as you stated, the utility on Team Falcons is just so low comparatively. They do have mollies and stuns,
just a little bit off.
Really no way to confirm that kill, especially with all the smokes being used. Now Snaker is trying to hold off Barpo, who came from that eastern flank we were talking about. The flash is going to come through, but still, Relo will find it.
What a play from Relo, and what a play from Snakers to be able to spot out the flank from Barpo. They managed to read Gen G like a book, dropped them down to 2, but Snakers gets caught out in the open, and Gen G will get the victory in game number 2.
A hard fight.
To have that compound is kind of impressive, but
that is actually very impressive. You're correct.
Sitting in the compound forever. Falcons had been fighting their way to. They've read him though. The flashbangs are coming through. Actually, I think that might have been his own flashbang. But the grenades now coming out from FaZe as they are expecting the crash. And there you see on the mini-map, the rest of the FaZe boys are arriving, but will it be in time? Eternal Fire trying to take this out, but Kwepa gonna get spotted out by Suju. So 17 Gaming has arrived just in time, and there you go, FaZe will pick off 2, and now Eternal Fire is down to just the Mad.
And they were so careful, so cautious about crashing that they chose the right time, but there was no way for them to know that 17 was going to come in the backside of this. Now just down to the Mad. Roar knocked. Most likely, even if he gets anything off of this, gets a knock, there's no way he's going to get that res. He's going to have to do the solo dolo.
And 2 down for FaZe as well. Fortunately, 1 inside the compound. So Xiaobei still looking through those windows, seeing if he can find anybody slipping past the curtains. Not going to see it just yet there. The Mad just holding the angle, waiting for somebody to creep out, peek their head. Fex might be the first culprit, but he's got support from Gene. They have a good idea where he is. Oh no, did he pull the pin on that grenade? He did, but it's not going to be enough to take him down.
Now, the Mad with all the pressure on him. He actually gets rid of FaZe. No way.
The Mad pulling off the impossible here for Eternal Fire as FaZe goes down first. And now Sonic's pushing into this. A lot of space, as you mentioned. Well, Day Trade didn't see the lines on the map, and instead they try to go right into DSM, and they're going to pay the price for it. They lose Narens, they lose Belmont. Panadol will trade out Luke 12, but won't be able to get the flush just yet, as he's going to try. I think Flash might be the last one.
They're going to have to contest with TSM as we see That ravine now starting to come and play. Multiple teams rotating in. New Happy still trying to hold the center here as they're going to have to back off. Falcons getting involved as well. And Mortars from Snakers will find 2.
That paid dividends for Snakers as AZ, the last player alive for New Happy. He will try to lay down the smokes and go for the resin, but Barpo is on time with it. The grenade will fall a little bit short, or maybe the bounce will get it. He'll get the re-knock on the Xiaozi, but AZ, he's just surviving as long as the smokes will allow him. He's got next to nothing. The mortars are still coming in, and Barpo's going to go down as well, as this ridge line is not where you want to be right now. AZ will flush out. Posa's going to be the one that does it, as Luna Galaxy surviving yet again with a solo player to collect points.
And it's just down to Posa and Atsu, and more mortars now coming into play as we now see the Sonic starting to encroach onto this position. But they're going to learn very quickly that this is not where they want to be. How many mortars does Falcons have?
The artillery is coming in fast. As we check in with Sonics, they have managed to find themselves a little bit of room to play around here with Ascend going for the same spot as GNL, and they will clean them up. GNL out in 13th place, and now Sonics getting involved. Okay, they're going to find out AZ. That's going to be it for New Happy. They've got Posa, the solo player from Luna Galaxy, just off to their west. He did great work.
So they can start to control what's left of that eastern side.
This is starting to look like Snowball TSM. They have early 7 kills. They are lacking sparking, but TDT has just not wanting that smoke. But now they might. The knock onto Alo from Zyu. Zyu has been on fire so far here today. 2 kills already for TDT. Van will try to find the angle. Purdy Curdy going to go down as well. So Zyu is finding big knocks onto TSM. Is Sonics reading that? Do they see that in the kill feed? Do they know who is just on the other side of this road?
Yeah, you can see Tig's been looking for this since the fight broke off. And now Luke, the last one alive, prone, gets up. Can he find the kill? No, he's making it difficult for him, but he will find one. June goes down, but this should all be but cleaned up, and TDT will do just that.
Very well played by TDT. As they run right over him, but he will get taken down by Zyu, as he is once again, the eyes are just just perfectly looking there, as Zyu will get taken down by Example. Should be Resable though, they have that ridge line. Oh, Fluky, no.
That's a disgusting angle here. They opted to go to the south side rather than contest for the north. And now that looks like it is causing quite a bit of trouble for them. 2 knocks now. They're going to throw whatever utility they have, but this angle from T5, from Fluky specifically, is you see Rossendon now starting to make his way. Posa still sandwiched
Fluky
between TDT.
See if they can maybe get down there.
Lou.
Oh, there you go. Lil Ghost is going to go down. And the grenades are going to start coming through. I think that's all 17 was trying to do, was try to get in position where they could at least get the utility sent down there, and Perfectix will get taken down by Xiaobei. Lou going to use that group with great effect here. The shot's coming through, not going to find Xiaowu though. Of course he's got a Panzer. Why wouldn't he?
And as you stated, 17 getting aggressive, making sure that no points can be denied. That's going to be Xiaobei getting the knock and kill, and he might not expect this wrap around the blue.
Well, this is really smart by Lou. Stop down just enough to get a little bit of a heal, but he's gonna go down to the blue.
That's a free
free kill there for Suzu, and there you go. 17 will clutch it out, and they will make sure that they collect each and every point off of Twisted Minds.
As we say in of every series of our game days.
Yeah, the Tego is kind of
just a smidge.
Now they will hear the vehicles from Eternal Fire pull up. Oh, he's gonna spot out Ruin. He's not gonna miss that spray. He hits that 9 times out of 10. We'll get the knock and eventually the flush.
Split to see actually a 2-1-1 coming out from Ascend. As Example will just rip Posa out of that vehicle, and now the rest of the pull-up is coming. Lou will find Haven as well, and it's already starting to fall apart for Luna yet again.
Jeez. I mean, hell, put them down to 1 player again. That seems to be where they find the most success, honestly.
That's where they strive.
Yeah, they're thriving right now. This time
thriving.
This is Vinny's turn now to be the solo hero.
Man.
But yeah, as you said, once again, just
need that free and clear. They're just going to make it to the other duo and consolidate quite nicely here is, as you said, Ascent and the Expendables now
no.
looking over at the Falcons, and of course it's a Panzer, and FaZe cannot catch a break.
Not at all, and Fex is going to got a more advantageous spot, so they're going to slow things down a bit.
Meanwhile, Falcons are engaged here with 17. 2 members will fall. Roth and Relo at least gets a nade and a knock, as it's just going to be Relo and Flood left to hold off and try to survive as long as they can against 17, but they're also taking shots from T5. Theratot is right there, putting the pressure on, as Flood is now trying to consolidate with his teammates, but you also have Daytrade in the mix in that compound, safely putting damage out.
Yeah, Daytrade, I mean, they have all day long to just shoot at anything here. They were doing a little bit of protection here for Falcons and getting shots into 17. Got a knock as well, but Suju, he's just going to go right in. He'll get Relo with the push there. Flood now, I think the last one alive, hiding in the smoke as long as he's, oh, it's Snakers. Nope, yep, there you go. Done and done. Falcons go out in 14th place, but now 17. They are all very, very low. Xiaowu's going to go down. Suju is staying alive in the smoke, but Belmoth will spot. 4 grenades in the bag still. He's going to send one towards the rock. They might have read that somebody was down there. And he's actually going to find him, so June will go down. And they got the double blue zone grenade to follow it up, as the rest of TDT now working around their vehicle hard cover. Twisted Minds not showing is the another.
Dude, Lou's grenades!
Lou right on top of Zhu will get him knocked down, but look at all of Twisted, very low. They got to pull back and pause here just a little bit to heal up before turning their attention back over towards TDT.
Lou's grenades are heat-seeking missiles. He's gotten so many knocks already, as now here comes the approach. Twisted Minds making their way in. Meanwhile, GNL has gotten a kill here, but this dip so strong, and of course Twisted Minds will take control.
Oh my God, just like clockwork they push in, and now that's 8 kills. TDT is eliminated just like that. The Expendables helping out a little bit here, but they will get take a knock as well from Tosi. So Twisted, all 4 players alive as a 13th kill will get picked up. This is looking like a big one here for Twisted.
13 kills is just obscene. They're about to get more here, as Delwyn will be found by example. Perfectix will get that flush. And there's just nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide for the Expendables. 15 kills, 16 kills. Now for Twisted Minds, as Gen G starting to creep their way into the north side of the circle.
Eternal Fire got 20 kills for both of them both have similar terrain to work with. Adder, though, that is not what you want to do in this. Where's he going? He gets yeeted right out of the vehicle. Smoke's now slowly starting to fade, as you see just sprays coming through. But the grenade from Batulins, actually Lou, another heat seeker, is going to find Barpo. It's going to find Tosi. It's going to be Rex all by himself. It's going to be another win for Twisted Minds, this time with 20 kills.
And you can see Batuling's smile is how much better and how much more efficient.
Teams and single players on Twisted right now are pulling that off.
Yeah, it does make me think, as we take a look at, once again, example, man of the match.
Desperately use some things going their way here in the final game of the day.
Yeah,
should have been able to see it from the compound that they were at, so, you know, who knows. But
maybe they thought they could take this fight. Oh, and
just for good measure.
Let's get back in the lobby. My goodness.
No solo heroics this time from Luna, as Sonics will lose Tickleton as they try to come in from the south. Slowly creeping. Look at this. Twisted Minds will clean out GNL. 2 players, 4 players, doesn't matter. Twisted Minds is getting theirs regardless, as now look at New Happy. They're sneaking up. They're going to catch some black in here. Rosted not even looking in that direction. AZ is just waiting for the time to strike.
Gen Z at least will dispatch of Twisted Minds, but here we go! AZ, we talked about his angle, him and not at least get 2, but that opens the door for Daytrade.
Oh, that was so fortunate there for T5. They should be able to get them back on their feet. I think they were able to break line of sight from TSM. And Daytrade not really interested in pushing over there, but Curdy will get another flush with that mortar. As, Gen G will lose one, and the blue is creeping. Oh, he's tickling his ankles, but they'll get him back on their feet.
And this is a awful circle. I mean, realistically, this is the correct play for TSM. There's nothing else to play here.
They gotta clean these guys out. Purdy Curdy gonna lead the way as he finds Tosi going for the res, gets him low, at least finishes off Adder. If nothing else. Big shot from Alo will get the knock on to Rex, and TSM has opened a door into the next zone.
And you have no idea how important that knock was. You talked about it, Alo and that freaking Dragon up just coming through, and TSM will wipe the north side and take control.
8 kills for TSM now, and they have control over the north. They have control over the high.
Down, still 3 members alive, and they're actually making the fight happen. It's just down to Roston Jr. versus Flash, and TSM now starting to close in as well.
Day Trade just ruining the game for T5 here. Rossid will have to do his best to stay alive. He goes down, and TSM will get the win. They are in perfect spot to take that victory.
And I will admit, I thought Day Trade.
He just wants tournaments in Brazil, man. He would love down there.
Yo, we want to. If we go to Latin America ever, it is going
and
to
Matchroom for that very fun and informative little film. Game every game today, instead of taking their time and. Speaking of 17, that's going to be an easy knock for Xiaobei. So, good news for the rest of the lobby. Not that it really matters for Twisted at this point. Yeah, Lou will fall early.
Yeah, they're going to miss
side of this, and they've been very meticulous about the positions and rotations they've been taking, finding themselves at least in the end game multiple times now, finding consistency in that top 5. And so, as you said, they have a lot of room to work with on the east side. Meanwhile, moving over towards 17. Who is quite split, man. Has to be careful. Ascend getting him dangerously close to being knocked. As now Gen G actually, instead of Luna being the ones to assault Fex's position.
There you go. Fex actually getting some support here from Rossidid as he uses those grenades to great effect, and Patapong going to get him as well, but unfortunately the last guy will find Fex. And now Luna Galaxy sees that in the kill feed, and they come in at the perfect time. But T5 is just farming damage onto this. Day Trade as well, as Luna Galaxy going to get knocked low. I think it's just a 1v1, but Posa will win it, and that is going to be it for Gen G.
I agree. That was good timing. I mean, it's just they were getting shredded, as was Gen G by T5, and so...
Oh, boy.
And now here comes Eternal Fire. I mean, they waited. This is the patience game that paid off, and the mad.
Day Trade just sending shots downrange at them as GNL will try to make their way out, but the tire, they get a flat tire, and they're going to have to try to make their way through, but Rello not going to let them get away with it. Xiaowu going to steal the kill away. Roth will get stealth. Roth will get both of them, and that'll anytime, and there you go, TSM.
Yep.
They saw it, they heard it, and they're going to push it as Kiliakai is going to take down Chris. No, the grenade, not where it needed to be. Zyu will finish it off, and that's going to be it for Ascend as TDT now down to 2 players. TSM desperately rushing up, but they're going to just take the spot and wait for a TDT to push into them.
Kurt does have to be careful, though. He's up there solo now. The other members have set up on the side of those rocks on the high ground that we were talking about earlier. So, yeah, he's going to think the better of it. He's going to room to move, especially when it centers on that valley. And so this is the exact symptom of that 17 trying to get active, take the fight over to New Happy. Day Trade just completely sandwiched into oblivion. And now you see Eternal Fire starting to make that push on the eastern side.
Absolutely love that from Eternal Fire. They're being proactive here with 6 kills now as Code Marco leading the charge. And he wants even more as 17 going to find another player off of New Happy. AZ and Ming Ming, the last 2 available, or last 2 alive. You can see TSM still looking over at TDT, but taking shots across the way. T5 has an angle on this as well, so everybody has to be extremely careful about how they push this. That grenade could find it. Yes, it does. Quetpa will find Ming Ming. AZ down to next to no HP, and Zyu will be the one to finish him off.
And the good thing about this for Eternal Fire is they can still just go back down to the anchor that is the Mad. They still have something to play on the south side. They don't have to commit to this. 17 is kind of going to be stranded.
They're on 5 as soon as they break away from that smoke. They are getting roasted here. So, but they have the smallest bit of a ridge line to work with here. That might be enough to get them into grenade range as Rossidid on time will find Tiggleton. That's a big knock to come through.
And as you stated earlier, it's all 5 members of T5 coming to the plate, but Shrimsy will find the trade. Fluky now will find the trade back with the grenade onto Kickstart. So now it's just down to a 3-on-2. Sonic still backs against the wall.
And it's only got 12 rounds left in the
Oh, look at Fluky.
Bullets here is Fluky going to go ahead and push it aggressively. Rossited, he doesn't need more than 12. He's going to find Trimsy. Fluky will get the flush. It's all down to H-Win. He's got the shotty in hand. He's waiting for it. He wants him to come push him through the smoke. But Fluky not having it just yet. There it is. Big victory for Theraton 5. Was that enough to get them past Twisted Minds on the day?
I don't know, it's crazy because we've been talking about Twisted